Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another movie theory. This is going to be for the movie Grease, and basically, the theory is, did Sandy die by the end of the movie? So yeah, Sandy, was the female lead in Grease. I forgot who portrayed her. Um, yeah, but in the movie, she was basically like the on again, off again girlfriend of John Travolta's character, who was called, give me a sec, Danny, and then Sandy's played by Olivia Newton-John. Um, so yeah, basically in this theory basically explains, did by the end of the movie Sandy drown? Um, so yeah, basically most people base this off the ending, where it's a pretty iconic scene in movie history, where Sandy and Danny, John Travolta and Olivia Newton, they're in this red car, red convertible, and they're singing, and then the car flies off, and many people assume that is a metaphor for heaven, and that's really what most people consider the only evidence there is for this theory. But after some further research, I have found out that that is not the only evidence, and that there is a counter argument. So let's get to it. One of the main evidence, as I just said before mentioned, is the ending. First off, cars can't logically fly, especially in the 1950s, or yeah, 1950s, 1960s, which is right around where this took place, the time period where this took place. Logically, cars couldn't fly, and they still can't, except for in movies and TV, but that's a whole different topic, and that's for sci-fi genres, but besides the point. So yeah, first off, the obvious, cars cannot fly, so yeah. Some people also do say that John Travolta, or Danny, some people say that he when there's this one song, I forget what it's called, but they're singing, I think it's like in the schoolyard, where he's like by the football field, by the bleachers, and she's like by the cafeteria. I believe it's right around that song or scene or whatever. And basically, what they say is that basically it says that they're singing, they're singing, and basically one of the lines is basically says something close to, you know, Danny's character basically says something to the effect of, Sandy was drowning, and she nearly died, but I saved her, something like that. It said, something to the effect of that. I don't have the actual quote from the song here, but it's something similar to that, where he's saying that in the song that she nearly died, she nearly drowned, but he saved her. Sorry. So yeah, basically the counter argument, so to speak, is that she indeed did die. He did try to resuscitate her, or resurrect her, whatever, but he failed. And basically, the rest of the film is her going into heaven, and then the red car flies off. Yeah. So yeah, some people say that since they were in love or something, that Danny is like her guardian angel going into heaven, because he's always been a guardian angel, something like that, something of him being like an angel or something like that, which I don't particularly buy, of him being an angel. I believe that there's a possibility that Sandy may have died, but not the possibility that John Travolta's character, Danny, is an angel or a guardian angel. Maybe a guardian angel image, like a metaphor for a guardian angel, but not an actual guardian angel. So yeah. There some people do argue, however, that it wouldn't make sense that there's so many weird things going on, within the film if she were dead, because someone dying of drowning, would take at least 10 minutes long, theoretically, or something like that, with all the commotion. It should take between 10 to 15, maybe 20 minutes for, everything to calm down, realize she's dead, and goodbye. But they say that logically, there's many things that if she were dead, she wouldn't know many of the things, such as the fact that Rizzy, I believe is the character's name, or Rizzo, yeah, Rizzo is pregnant or something like that. Yeah, that Rizzo is pregnant, and Kaneki, I believe is the guy's name or person's name. Um, Kaneki, also, struggling with his love life, also, to the effect, and that the one nerd kid, him struggling, trying to get into the I believe it was the football team, um, or yeah, I believe it was the football team or something like that. Or, that one nerdy kid who was trying to get into the football team. Basically, they say that if she were truly dead, she wouldn't know most of these things. Maybe she'd know a bit about Kaneki struggling with the love life, and the one geek kid, struggling with sports. But logically, she wouldn't know about Rizzo's pregnancy. So or at least not not that much far into as we get into the film, because throughout the film you do get more evidence, I guess you could say, or more in-depth view of the pregnancy. And basically, even if she were to know, she wouldn't know as in depth as if she would have died while she was drowning. So yeah, so many people say did she drown? Maybe so. Who knows? Who knows? Uh, I'm like, maybe she did drown, maybe she didn't drown. Um, Other people say that she died at the end of the movie, that she just kills herself, and during the last scene or the last couple scenes, in the last couple scenes, which includes the red car flying off, uh, which does include, and again, a metaphor for heaven. So yeah, basically the evidence is that Rizzo finally isn't pregnant. She, her pregnancy, I guess she has miscarriage, I guess you could say. She isn't pregnant anymore, and Kaneki finally finds out, um, finally resolves the love life he has, I believe was a, yeah. Kaneki suddenly, decides that he actually loves her. I forgot who, loves someone, female. Yeah, I haven't seen the movie in a long time. Um, so yeah, so Kaneki finally resolves his love life. And also the one geek kid also, gets into a football team, I believe. So basically, they say that if she were to have died within the last few moments of the film, she would have known everything that's going on. But then the fact that everything is suddenly resolved and way too perfect, doesn't really make sense. So yeah, that's basically her perfect image, Sandy's perfect image of how the world, her high school should be. Hence, why everything's so perfect, why nobody's pregnant. Everybody basically got what they wanted at the end, which, logically usually doesn't happen, especially within this situation. Too many coincidences. So many people say, which I believe it to be a more plausible theory, that she died more towards the end of the movie, within the last few scenes. And again, the metaphor being that the car, went into heaven with John Travolta being her guardian angel, which maybe so. I have no idea on that one. There is, however, one thing that I should point out, which may or may not disprove the theory, or however you say, maybe kills the theory. Yeah. Well, not really kills the theory. But there is a sequel called Grease 2. But thing is, it doesn't really. The original cast aren't in it. None of the original characters are in it. None of the original cast are in it. But some people argue that, since Grease 2 is a sequel to Grease, that means the events in Grease never happened. Because Grease 2, which is just some weird logic. I mean, if you have none of the characters, none of the actors, how does that make sense? So yeah, Grease 2 somehow being involved in there. Is it a sequel? Yeah. But it has nothing to do with the original cast or characters. I really don't. I really don't think that it should affect the theory at all. So yeah, basically, did Sandy die? I think there's a possibility that she died, but I don't think she drowned, as most people think that she did in the beginning, at the beginning to the middle of the movie. I think she died more towards the end of the movie, and then the metaphor for the car, which is really the biggest evidence. Many people say, when most people are arguing over, did Sandy die, the most obvious evidence is in, like, the car is a metaphor for heaven, going into heaven. That's really the only argument you need, at least most people say. Now, any evidence disproving it is basically, any evidence that could disprove this theory really could only go against the theory that she died while she was drowning and not while towards the end of the movie, and that's only because, throughout the movie you do get more in depth into each student's problem, and really she wouldn't know most of these problems if she would have died like in the beginning or middle of the movie. Rather, she have died towards the end. So yeah, I think there is a possibility she died, but not while she was drowning in the pool. But I think she just killed herself more towards the end of the movie, within like the final 10, maybe 15 minutes of the film. So yeah, that's basically the theory for this week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it Yeah. And yeah, if you guys want to see any other theories, any other theories I possibly haven't written down, because I have a paper here. If you guys, if you guys have any new theories that maybe I haven't heard of, comment all that down below. Let me know. Maybe I'll do it sometime in the future. And yeah, besides that, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. So definitely stay tuned for that. Besides that, comment down below on your thoughts on this theory. Do you think Sandy died? If you did, why? And if not, comment also all that down below. Let me know. Maybe you could change my mind. Maybe there is some evidence as to why she didn't kill herself or whatever. And yeah, besides that, like this video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.